But y'all families stay going somewhere.
No, my parents stay going somewhere. Listen, that's what happens when you work hard all your life and you retire.
Hey, look, I ain't mad at it one bit, but yeah, they.
I remember one time though. So check this story here. They were like, "Oh, we're going to Myrtle Beach next week." I was like, "Cool." And they had mentioned to me a while back. They were like, "Well, your uncle and your aunt going down to Florida, and they invited us to go, but we're already going to the beach. We don't know if we're gonna go." I was like, "All right, cool." So it's time for the beach trip to end. They called me. "Hey, we're on our way to Florida now. We'll be back in about 3 more days."
All right, 3, 2, 1.
You are now about to enter the hottest podcast on the planet.
It's your boy DJ Superman.
It's your girl So. Peace, it's ya.
What's up? It's your boy Scooby.
Now get ready. You just entered the Tough Talk podcast with the Tough Talk crew.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tough Talk podcast. This is episode number 4. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. But before we get started, I want to introduce everybody to the crew. First up, we have So. What's up, everybody?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling? It's So plug in the building.
We good. Next up, we have Ya. Say what's up.
Peace, family.
What's up? Scooby, you in the building?
Yes, sir. You know it. Already here. How y'all doing today?
Oh, we good.
Ooh.
And of course, got your boy DJ Superman. Might do this thing for our hit makers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Before we go ahead and jump into the topic head first, anybody have anything interesting going on this week?
I went to Pluto.
All right, what's Pluto?
Pluto, baby Pluto. Come on, you're a DJ. You're supposed to know this stuff. Who is Pluto?
Oh, I was right over my head. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, yesterday was Future's birthday. So
That's what I was going with.
Yeah.
Either Future or Uzi. It's either Future or Uzi. It has to do with either of them.
Okay.
Yes, with both. So yeah, they had the iFly place rented out or whatever, and so the city was out there, pulled up or whatever, and you got to fly for free if you came to the party. And I don't think people realize it's like $100 to do that joint.
Yeah.
Free if you pulled up. Somebody was like, they didn't give us food, but they gave us ice cream. And you got to fly. Come on.
You flew for free.
Yeah.
Take what you can get.
Okay. I thought it was lit though. I thought the idea, we were going to Pluto, pull up, they got the little space machine outside, and then it was cold in there. I don't know. They had some kind of the ice cream was something the guy kept putting something. I don't know. And smoke was coming out. It was cool.
The dragon
What is
breath
that called?
type
Yeah,
ice
like the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it was lit. I get the whole concept. And then you look up and they had the stars on the wall. Pluto.
That's
Baby
Yeah.
Pluto, So we're lit.
Okay.
Hey.
Check that out.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Dude, anybody up? Nothing.
What were we talking about, the week?
Jim? Yeah, this stuff that happened.
So
Or didn't happen.
I finally cleaned my blender. I have a Ninja, and it got really, really dirty. They have little crevices everywhere, and I probably cleaned it 20 times, try to make sure it was free of debris and all types of extra cruddy stuff. And I'm really excited to make smoothies today.
You're not able to throw some water in it and put it on high speed and then get it out, or you have to really take it apart.
You have to take something even your fingernail probably is small enough to get into the types of crevices I'm talking about. But
okay.
I mean, I'm finally I feel confident that I'm not gonna eat old food now. But it's easier to intake sea moss that way through the smoothies. I've been putting it in our pancake batter and our bread and eating it here and there. But I'd much rather just put it in the smoothie.
Right.
So I'm so excited.
Is sea moss nasty?
No, I love it. I mean, it's an acquired taste, of course. Like I'm
Okay.
used to it, but it really just depends on how you spruce it up. Like it's good in smoothies because you can cover the taste up. And then like with pancakes, we make our own batter. So, you know, you throw some agave and maybe some cacao powder and like chocolate chips or some type of jam or something. I mean, you can literally just disguise it. No one would ever know it's in there until you
Okay.
feel like a difference in your body.
Okay, I might try it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might get y'all to freeze me something and ship it over here or something, because man, y'all got it down pat over there.
Okay.
Well, you can get it dehydrated, and then it takes like 2 days for me to clean it, and then we make the gel with the distilled water. So
Okay.
you can actually get it dehydrated and then make it yourself, and you don't have to worry about freezing it because it's only like a 2 or 3 day process. But it's super easy. I can talk you through it. Just
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit her up for that, boy.
Yes.
That's all that good information right there.
Okay. Send some pancakes too.
yeah,
The batter.
it's just spelt and garbanzo bean flour.
Okay, well you can send it to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
So
I'm
put it
not
in the text. I don't know.
store. Okay, I'm in the grocery store like, what is this? She said, excuse me, do you know where I can find this? And so what you do this week, Soup? What you do, Scoob?
I'm gonna let Scoob go. I don't know if he
Is he playing again?
I can't tell.
You're so good at that.
Right.
I really can't tell.
That might be real this time.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. For me, see what I do this past week. Oh yeah, we had the drag show on Tuesday. Yeah, that was interesting. Cause like at Bonjour Crepe, it's a much smaller place. So like, if you ever been to like a regular scale drag show, you're like usually at like a club or something like that, or whatever. And with it being so like small and I guess like an intimate setting, it's like a whole nother feel, you know, whatever. So I'm over there playing music or whatever, and the queen's out there doing that thing or whatever, and you got this one doing like flips and splits and all this stuff, and got another one out there doing her thing or whatever and stuff. And but I mean, it was entertaining. It was fun. So I mean, overall it was pretty cool. Just to see them do what they do or whatever. And then Friday, I went back again for the regular night, and it was okay. It was straight. Yeah. But
You
look, like,
DJ
Not
or
even
you
a
just went
singer?
back?
yeah, I just DJ'd again. Yeah.
Okay.
Fridays is the regular day there, as far as like music and stuff like that, or whatever.
So what genre do you go with when you're there?
Honestly, it's just kind of like I just look and see who's in the building. I just kind of go with the flow, because like with that spot, it's cool because I can play whatever and everybody's just vibing with me. So I can just do me, go on this crazy journey with the music, whether it's new to the 70s and in between, you know, I can just play whatever and everybody's just like, okay, you know, like not too many requests. It's just me being me and it's cool. So
okay.
that's why I like it.
Okay. So about how many people are there roughly on a Friday?
See, this past week it wasn't that many. I don't know what's going on with Greenville right now. Things are kind of weird. It has been maybe like 50 or something like that. But again, it's a very small space. So yeah. Don't need too many bodies in there.
So are you guys going under quarantine again? Are they starting to shut down or talk about it?
Everybody's talking about it, but again, I think that's along the lines of Biden's plan. Everybody's kind of anticipating. So that's kind of like what's going on with that.
Okay. Because I know LA is starting to shut down. I think Kentucky is shutting down already. So I was just wondering. I'm pretty sure. I'm waiting to see where Atlanta's going to fall into that, because last time, you know, our mayor named Keisha tried to shut us back down, and the governor came for her. So I'm waiting to see how it's going to play out, especially with the presidential election and how that went.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting to see which way is Kemp going to go this time.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a whole nother way for people to live in fear. Like there's a lot of things that can affect you on a daily basis. But are you going to quarantine yourself from life? Like at this point, it's life. Like anything is scary. Like we were scared of the flu before we realized what it was. Like people died from it, yeah. Like people got it, yeah. But I think with awareness comes comfortability too. And I don't know. I think it's the fear tactic. Like everyone should be able to choose for themselves. Because it does interfere with your day-to-day life. Like, it's a lot of other stuff going on.
Right. And then I was thinking, too,
I'm back.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Yes.
We thought you were joking.
I wasn't this time. Oh, y'all stopped. And then it was just like, y'all can hear y'all talking, and it stopped. And then it just went out.
Yeah, I was like, he mad still this time. I was like, boy, he good.
But it was pretty good at that.
Right. Couldn't breathe all that time. But I was just wondering, like, this go around, dang, I forgot. I don't even know what I was talking about. We were talking about the quarantine stuff.
Yeah, quarantine and stuff.
I don't remember still.
Well, I do know, I mean, they're talking about, they got the not nice, but they got the different trials of the vaccine going on right now. They're saying it's pretty effective. They're going to, send them out in waves of importance, from essential workers like nurses and whatnot to the elderly, then, kind of everybody else like that or whatever. But I mean, if they're ready to do those phases, I mean, I don't know. Everybody just wear a mask, do what you do, don't be all up on everybody, just live your life. You know what I mean?
So back to the vaccine real quick. I don't want to turn our podcast into this, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But one quick question I want to throw out. Why, I think I know the answer, but why do you think they're trying to mandate a COVID vaccine, but other vaccines are not mandated?
It's probably a chip in it.
There's that. I think also it's about people making money, because the more people they get vaccinated, the more that they get in their pockets also,
Okay.
So, you think about, the doctors
definitely
prescribing certain medicines, they prescribe certain medicine, they get a check for that,
Yeah.
Same thing with the vaccine.
Okay.
But what I was also told
the
other day is that every positive test or positive result that they get, the hospital gets so much money.
Yeah, I heard that in the beginning.
Yeah.
They get so much money, but the person I was talking to, it made sense because he was like, you got to think about it. Hospitals thrive on outpatient surgeries. So that had to stop when COVID came around. So they had to make money some way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably a chip in it.
That too.
Yeah, no, because it's just suspicious to me. Like, I'm not saying I don't think there's something in there. It's definitely something weird. But I guess, if I want to take that out of the equation, then it's like, why the push? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a flu shot that's been around forever, and doctors highly recommend that you take a flu shot. But they've never mandated a flu shot, and people have been dying for years from the flu. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was just like, I would like to hear their justification. Like somebody who's like way up in the government. I would love to sit down and just ask them, like, just to hear. I don't care, even if you BS me. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, it's another form of control, and it's also biological warfare. Like there are lots of side effects to lots of things that are in there. And honestly, I know the last time, I probably haven't had a flu shot since I was like 13. But the last time I got it, I got really sick and I hadn't had one since then. And I remember asking the lady what was in it and she couldn't tell me. But then, you have all of these children who are autistic, or some people are paralyzed after getting these shots or something happens. But just think about all the combinations of things that have to be put into one thing, along with a dormant form of a virus, you know, inside of your body, and there being reactions to it. You know, our bodies sometimes are changed forever from these things. And at that point, you know, you're unable to do something. Like something is no longer, you're not at your optimal level at that time. And I just feel like it's another form of fear. It's another form of attack. And it's pretty much just up to you if you're going to allow yourself to be attacked. And that's why, I mean, I say like mandation is just another form of control, because truly they know that people are waking up to the fact that these vaccines are sometimes more harmful than helpful. Like your immune system being strong is the one thing that's going to save you, because just like any virus, it needs a host to survive, a susceptible host. And at that point in time, it's pretty much just up to you remaining ready, so you don't have to get ready. Like it's a state of existence at all times that is going to help us to win, like where we're at mentally, physically, emotionally. But here we're talking about physically and mentally being aware, you know, situationally aware. And this is one of those things that, you know, we can't avoid. It's not always going to kill you unless you're already you know, unless your body is already in a place where it's deteriorating, which, you know, I'm pretty sure we've all been there at some point in time, but your immune system is reversible, you know, and I feel like a lot of things affect us negative. So truly and honestly, like we just gotta get our reading up, you know, and take care of ourselves and remain in a state of healthy existence, and we'll be fine. Like people freak out, and that's another thing. Like this is another tactic to make you freak out. You know, you freak out, start buying a bunch of toilet paper and like, you know, all kinds of, you know, aloe vera and hand sanitizer and stuff like that. Like it's just literally just one more thing to be concerned about. There's distractions. Like we have to focus on whatever the prize is, because there's going to be a lot of different distractions, like boom, 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 2-hitter, 3-hitter, combo. You feel me? Like it's we sparring. This is a game. Like it's literally just a matter of being able to keep up.
It just sucks. Like they do the toilet paper stuff. You know, people get it out of panic, but then you need it, so you're caught in the panic. Not because you're panicking.
I really need it.
You like legit need your stuff.
Right.
Oh man. So what's up this week? What we got?
Well, I did want to touch on did anybody see the Fresh Prince reunion?
No, I missed it.
I haven't, but I did show you that one video. That one video tight though. That one video tight. It's a TikTok, and it's new Antville. And when she sits down, the song changed, and old Antville pops into the chair, and Will Smith is behind her like. The beat is so dope. Oh man.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I will say if you're just a fan, which I think most of us here are, it shines a lot of light on what was going on back then that a lot of people didn't know about, feelings that were expressed, and just things that from their perspective they got to share that hasn't been shared before. It was really cool, how they got to share some of these stories. And I talked about James Avery, and they actually did the apology with, and I keep forgetting her name, but old school Antville, how her and Will had the actual conversation of what went on, because he didn't know what was going on in her life at the time. And from his actions, how that put her in a bad position that he didn't even know about. But, they forgave each other, they apologized, they moved forward from it. And it was just a lot of great moments in that episode. It was
wow.
cool. Yeah.
Because she did not like him. She did not like him at all for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And Did anybody see Kevin Hart's new special on Netflix?
I could not make it through the whole thing.
What? Y'all couldn't make it? Like, hold on. Okay, in the
No.
words of it being bad or not funny or not feeling it, or like what was it?
I think I'm too aware of myself to enjoy where that was at and heading.
Okay.
It was uncomfortable for me to continue watching because it just wasn't me. Like I used to be in a place where I could watch a Kevin Hart stand up. And maybe it changed, maybe they evolved over time. Maybe they also changed over time. But this stand up was not it for me. And there was a thing he said in there about why would he was that? I don't know. I think right before or right after I saw something about him saying something of the sense of retracing his heritage, not retracing his heritage or something. Do you know about the guy that looks like him? And they thought it was Kevin Hart for a second. They were like, that could be your cousin from Zambia. And, have you found your family? He was like, it's basically not a thing for him to like be culturally aware.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
honestly,
saw that.
like, yeah, I don't know if it was before or afterwards, but matter of fact, I watched the stand up after that because it was just on Netflix. But it just, to me, it lacked content. I feel like he kind of just talks about what goes on in his life, and maybe it's funny, maybe it's not. But for me, like it didn't have much character, and it wasn't very considerate. Like, for one, like Dave Chappelle has always had super considerate comedy for me. Like, I feel like he went across every different spectrum and he attacked a lot of different cultural issues, as well as like, jumping into political stuff here and there. But, for me, like this is just how he felt. And I feel Hart sometimes talks about things he feels, but it's not exactly like my cup of tea, like it's not really funny to me. So yeah, I made it through maybe like 20 something minutes before I had to skip over to something else.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
I didn't see it.
And somebody, I mean, I've seen too many bad reviews for me to want to watch it, because it's like, I've slowly heard people say he's declining over the years. But I think it's because, like you said, he uses the same stuff. He just talks about his life experiences. And it's like, yeah, it was funny the first few times, but now it's like, all right, yeah, we know what you do in your life. You're a pretty well-known celeb. So now it's just like something new.
Yeah.
And he's had his time. You know what I mean? Like, he's had some good moments, and I feel like at this point, like, appreciate those moments. You feel me? Because if you keep going, like, you might take the attention away from the things that really did affect people in a good way. Because now it just seems like he just needs something to do, which I realize, like, a lot of people are on house arrest or quarantined right now, and just needed some entertainment, and that's perfectly fine. But there's also a lot of other hobbies you could pick up. I mean, he has money, he has access to a lot of things. Like, I definitely feel like he has an opportunity to make something here, differently.
Yeah.
He showed us he could act, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, I thought it was funny. Did I think it was the best he done? No, definitely no. But also, he was in a very intimate setting that he hasn't been around in a very, very long time. So I think that attributed to his uncomfortableness, because it was like a handful of people that he could fit in that room, and have them socially distanced, and they had masks on, so all these crazy COVID-19 elements, playing in that. But at the end of the day, there was some things that he used in the past in this show also. So, if you look at that, it's like, Like, where's the new? You know what I mean? Kind of like what y'all was saying.
Right.
But I mean, I thought that was funny stuff. I mean, that's. But I respect everybody's opinion. he ain't my best buddy, so it is whatever.
It is what it is.
So what if he was your best buddy? Then what?
Yeah. Then what?
But,
What you gonna do?
I need to work on that, bro. Like, give me that plastic cup. You know what I'm saying?
like the Dave Chappelle skit when they had the little kid playing his son. He said, "But Dad, Nick Cannon's is hilarious." That's how you're gonna be. But
Speaking of Nick Cannon,
it really was hilarious, man. It really was.
Yeah. Dang. Speaking of Nick Cannon, though, shout out to Lil Duval. I had mad respect for that. He turned that deal down. You didn't want it. I thought that was dope.
Lil Duval funny.
He is, but I thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people would have just been like,
yeah. What was the deal?
Don't get me started about dollar amounts. I don't
want to know amounts. I want to know what the.
They were trying to bring Wild 'N Out back out.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He's just trying to find somebody to put their name on it, basically help fund it.
They tried. He was
kind of like how they came in DC with it.
Maybe that's who it was. Maybe I got it mixed up. Maybe it's DC.
Okay.
That's why I hate quoting stuff, because I'll get it, but then I'll forget the names. And yeah. But anyway, the fact that they tried to bring it back, and maybe it was DC, and it was like, no, not taking it. Like, he helped me come up. Like, why? Yeah. I thought that was dope. I thought that was like big respect.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a morality thing.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have that anymore, and that's what they probably was banking on or fishing on.
Yeah, one thing I'm learning about DC over time is that he is just genuinely a good dude. Like, I'm pretty sure he's done stuff in the past everybody has, but when I'm learning about him, just talking to people and people that know him and different things, that he's just genuinely a good dude. I'm mad respect for him. But speaking about Lil Duval, kind of segueing over, did y'all see that Verzes Battle?
Lil Duval commented on the Verzes Battle, said, "Bow Wow here mad because I still call it Bow Wow. I screamed."
Man, yeah.
Oh man,
it was a lot of funny comments on that battle, to be honest, before it even started.
Yeah, the whole hour before it started.
Yeah, people were like, "Man, they just set us up." They somehow WAP at the house. He just went live. Yeah, home. Like, yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, I did go look. That joke was funny though. Did you watch it, y'all?
The Jeezy versus Gucci Man. I did. I was really proud of Jeezy. I will say he handled himself so professionally, and he speaks so well for himself. And then I also realized, like, I know a lot of Jeezy songs. Like, he's had hits since forever. So song after song coming on, and I know this. And it was just really interesting to watch. And then I appreciated that they were also able to perform at the end together, regardless of, how everything else went. But I think that it spoke really highly in saying there's levels to this. Like, you can feel how you feel, but it's levels to this. And at the end of the day, like, you make your mark how you see fit. And I think they both, in their actions, showed that, we all have a say in how this goes. And it was great. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was nice to reminisce, because I was on a different trip per song, and Jeezy been dropping for a while, and I think that to me really showed me, because I didn't really know. I didn't really know I knew all his music.
Just make sure you have your $10,000 outfit on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what?
Yeah. Like, he over here talking about real stuff, like real estate. You over here talking about an outfit and diamonds. Like, what? Like it just shows the maturity level between the two. It's not saying that, on behind the scenes Gucci isn't mature, but on stage, like he was really about real business talk. Like, cause like aside from just like, real estate, just, coming together and representing the culture and, knowing that, hey, we did make these mistakes in the past, but, we can change and do better for the future generations because of the names that he listed of the ones that are getting shot now and things that are still going on. Like that can be that representation for change, like as far as like some of the OGs that have already done it, like Tip, like there's, and many others, like be that face for the change because there is stuff going on that they're trying to emulate in this entertainment industry and trying to bring it into the real world and it's affecting their lives. Like, come on, y'all.
I feel like he walked in there with the right frame of mind. Like he walked in there protected. You know what I mean? Like when you walk out the door, you got to protect yourself. You have no idea what's going to come, into your vicinity. And he was protected. Like he was fully prepared to speak on what he came there to do. And at the end of the day, like y'all there for something. You there working, it's something you're trying to accomplish. And he spoke on that time and time again. Like, this is what we're here for. This is what I'm here to do. And the crowd was rocking with him the whole time. Like, you got the city on your back. You got people on your back. Like, they support you. People are going to support you when you do the right thing. Especially you just there to share your craft. Like, we appreciate the craft. Like, that's what we're here to talk about. All the other stuff is like, extra. You know what I mean? It's tabloid stuff. So.
Yeah. All right, yeah. I'm gonna do a little quick segue so we can go ahead and get towards the topic. But so I already spoke to Scoob about this, and I have a special guest coming in, and this is kind of panning off of our last conversation when he was talking about getting his kangaroo because we didn't need a permit in South Carolina to own one. So as soon as I see they name pop up, I'm gonna introduce y'all to my Australian correspondent, and they're gonna give us some insight on things from down under.
Down under.
Really?
All right, make sure your mic's unmuted. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Tui Manuel, ladies and gentlemen.
I think she's still muted.
You got to unmute your mic. There we go.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. Oh yeah, so this is Monday morning for her, y'all. So
yeah, Monday morning, 5:51 a.m.
Oh, dang.
Here.
I'm so sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
But also, just a little bit about Tui. I think when we first started contacting each other, you had like just came off of what was the name of that show? The one you were doing choreo.
Oh, Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Yeah, I did last year. Yeah, it's so nice to see your face. By the way,
right. Instead of just photos all the time.
No.
But yes, as you were saying, so Scooby had found out that here in South Carolina, he did not need a permit to have a kangaroo. So would there be some things that he needs to know about these creatures before even attempting to try to purchase one?
Well, they box and they're huge, and they're really strong. And funny thing is that in Victoria, which is sort of Melbourne, is the only place in Australia that you can legally own a kangaroo, and you actually need a license for it. So I just find that so strange that you're able to do it there without one.
Yeah, it's like South Carolina. It's like 4 states. Everybody else, I think you either have to have a permit or you can't have it at all. Actually, my cousin told me that it's a guy that lives not too far from my parents' house, like 45 minutes away. He has a kangaroo. Like he legit has a kangaroo. A guy in McCormick, South Carolina has a kangaroo, from my understanding. Because my cousin saw my post. And she was like, it's a dude in McCormick has one. I was like, what? And it has to be true. Because her husband, he's a game warden. So, of course, she knows, she done told him, and he's probably the one who told her. So, the guy legit has a kangaroo.
Wow. And do you know where they got it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Right.
I have no idea. But you know, you can pretty much get anything, any animal, anywhere. I mean, at this particular point.
Because I think you guys have a species of kangaroo somewhere, but there's not many of them in the States. But yeah, that would have been pretty tricky to get one. But yeah, wow.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, and we eat kangaroo here.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
know.
that?
It's a place here that's a wild game restaurant, and they serve kangaroo steaks there.
Really? We must send them to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We must.
If anybody wants to know, it's called Saskatoon's. It's in Greenville. It's off Haywood Road.
Oh yeah, we've been there.
Oh wow, it's by
Oh my God, there's a party there this week.
Yeah. Yeah. They
What does it taste like?
steaks.
It's really low in fat, so kind of just tastes like it kind of maybe like turkey sort of. Yeah, it's pretty yum, but it's not really a go-to for us here. But we have double the amount of kangaroos. There's like 50 million kangaroos here and only 25 million people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I think that's probably why they started doing it, that we would eat them, because maybe they need to get, I don't know. And funny thing is all our insurance covers, like, because the likelihood of hitting a kangaroo with your car is really high. Clearly, there's double the amount.
Like deer.
Right, deer meat.
Like deer. Good old.
Take our deers.
No, well, I would like to hunt a kangaroo. That would be fun.
Yeah, they're pretty strong. Yeah, I mean, they can grow up to 10 feet tall.
I got intrigued by him after I saw that video online. The kangaroo was beating up this dude's dog, and he ran up on it and punched it in the face.
Yeah, they really box like people.
Yeah, like the dude like ran up on the kangaroo and pop. The kangaroo shook it off and looked at him, and then it took off because it was like wearing his dog out.
Now I did want to ask, so I was like, well, maybe not get a kangaroo, but maybe a koala. But then Scooby was like, nah, koalas are evil. Are they really evil, or like are they just misunderstood?
They're mean. I've been told.
Funny thing is that they are quite vicious, and they tend to carry diseases and things like that. I mean, I'm not the crocodile hunter or anything. I'm not expert on it, but I do know that they. I think the tricky thing is too, because they look so cute. I mean, I've held one, but it was one at like a zoo or something when I was little. But we have them everywhere, and it's like mating season for them at the moment. So we have big signs everywhere on the motorways, is like our freeway, to go slow and things, because there's lots of them around at the moment. So you guys don't have koalas there, do you?
No.
In the zoo.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Yeah. Oh, so you have koalas and kangaroos in your zoos?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, so like the maybe about a month ago, I was working out, and I was obviously working out from home, and I had a medicine ball, and I was sort of doing throws over my shoulder. So I got to the bottom of the driveway and went to pick the ball up, and there was a big kangaroo standing there. Yeah. And they're wild. So I kind of just ran up, just because you never know. Yeah.
But do they charge if they feel? I know they probably feel scared if they're charged, but like if you roll up on one, would it just like automatically charge you, or it just like take off? Do you have more attacks than fleeing? Is what I'm saying, more or less. Do you?
No, I mean, they're not really known for chasing and attacking people unless you're up in his face, I guess. Yeah, I don't think that it would really chase us. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Tui, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to get So to bring us into the topic for today.
Yeah, how exciting. Well, I had my own dance company. So I was born in I was born in Australia. I'm an Australian citizen. I'm actually not a New Zealand citizen, which is kind of funny. So I'm Australian, but my parents are New Zealand Māori from New Zealand. So if people ask, I say that, do you guys know Māori from New Zealand? Anyway, they're the native people of New Zealand. So we're quite proud of our heritage and things like that. And I lived in New Zealand, I lived in Australia until I was about 10. And then I moved back to New Zealand And a lot of my brother and my dad came back to Australia, but I actually started my own dance company in New Zealand. And so I couldn't really leave, but I've been back in Australia for a couple of years, which has kind of been really nice. So I think I still have my Kiwi accent, but if you don't know the two, a lot of people think it's the same thing. And often when I'm in the States, I will say to people, oh, I'm from Australia, because when I say New Zealand, they don't really know where it is, or they think New Zealand is a part of Australia, which is funny. So I danced for a really long time, choreographed for a lot of big artists in New Zealand, and choreographed for some internationals. So that was really fun. Did a lot of New Zealand's Next Top Model, so our version of that show, and lots of TV shows and things like that. And worked in the fitness industry at the same time, so I love the gym and all of that kind of stuff. That's pretty much me, really. And then apart from that, I'm a really shit singer, but a few years ago, not a few years ago, quite a while ago, I signed a recording contract. I think it's just because they came to a show and saw me dance and thought I would probably be marketable, but I've never sung and it's not really my passion. But anyway, I wrote some songs and actually had a song on the radio and had a music video for it and stuff. But I only did it so that I could dance more, not so that I could sing. I do a bunch of everything, creative things, but looking to come out to the States to do a little bit more. I do spend a little bit of time there, and I did live in LA for a little bit when I was out there dancing and teaching classes and things. But no, apart from that, that's really me. That's about it.
Well, glad we could have you here today.
I'm excited. Thank you. It's so nice to finally see your face in real life.
Right.
Right.
All right. So we're gonna pass the ball to you.
You gotta read it.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Pull it back up. Okay. So the topic today was dating. When does it become exclusive? So go ahead and bring us into that.
Okay, so I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I really was looking to hear from the guys, get some guy perspectives on this too. Because what I find is that a lot of people have miscommunication about this thing, dating and the exclusiveness. And for some, they think when they date multiple people. Some think that when they date, that's it. That's that one person. And they focus on that one person. And then sometimes that person isn't focused on just them. And then they end up hurt. And then it comes back. Did you have the conversation? Did you guys make it exclusive? Or, well, when did it get exclusive to you? Maybe we can help you understand when it didn't get exclusive. So I just wanted to know. I just wanted some different perspectives. And, maybe we can help some people out that's kind of confused out there. And, they can know if they're really in a relationship or not.
That's a thing.
You want to go, Scoob, or?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, initially, it should be we'll all agree on it should be a mutual thing. Like I said, I'm just recently started a relationship. Me and my girlfriend, like, I've been moving in silence, just per se. Like, it's been maybe two people that known the whole time. We've been talking and everything for the past year. And I didn't make it exclusive until, about a month ago, you say? Because I was going to say, Aaron and my best friend was the only ones that knew, because I talked to her every single day. And he's here, so he's either in and out of the house. And a lot of people, I feel like it worked a lot better that way to me, because I didn't have everybody's opinion. I didn't have a whole lot of people in my business trying to sway how I felt, because it let me gain time to actually learn her, get to know her a lot better, and make the decision for myself. Because a lot of the other women I've ran into since me and my kid's mom split, it's been like a pressure thing. So it was like after a month or two, it's like, so are we gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend? And it's just like, can I take my time and decide if we're gonna do that? Like, cause it's like, you're pushing me into it. It's like, I don't like that. I don't like the pressure, because then at that point, too much down the road, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm not with this. But I'm the type, I'm gonna let you down easy. I'm just like, look, I don't feel that way no more, like at all, period. But this time I feel like it was because I was able to make the decision and figure out my feelings were true. So it made things a lot more easier, a lot more smooth, and the transition was a lot better. Even though she's had feelings for me for months, she's expressed it to me before, but it wasn't to the point like, hey, we need to do this thing. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, this is how I feel. I know how you feel, and I'm not going to press you into it, but I just wanted to get it off my chest.
Yeah, I think there's different levels to it and layers. First off, there has to be a conversation. What are we doing? Like, you know, if we're going to be, you know, seeing each other, okay, are we seeing each other? Are we seeing each other, but we got options? You know, that's two different things, you know, that has to be talked about. Because if not, then one person becomes the cheater, and then the other person becomes the one getting hurt. So I think it just depends on what are y'all talking about, if y'all even talking about that in the first place from the get-go. Because I've been in situations like now where it's like, okay, it's us. Like, there ain't nothing else going on, it's us. And I've been in situations where it's like, okay, it's us, but, you know, if you want to talk to somebody, you can, but, you know, I'm going to talk to somebody if I want to too. And it's like, okay, if that's what you want, cool, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's just got to be that conversation.
Oh, real quick, before I go to the ladies, I'm gonna ask you this. Have you ever dated multiple people and then you decided to be exclusive with one, but they didn't want you?
That hasn't happened to me, no. But
have you done it to someone?
Well, I say it like this. So, like, okay, so in my freak phase, everybody had a freak phase. In my freak phase, it wasn't so much. I wouldn't say I was dating multiple people. I was seeing multiple people, but I wouldn't say I'm like with this person. You know what I mean? There's a little difference there or whatever. But so I can't say that happened, and also me selecting one and then being rejected, which if that did happen, that would, you know, it would kind of hurt, because you're like, oh man, I put all this to the side, trying to be with her, but it didn't work out. But I mean, you know, it's life. I mean,
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like you said. It's never been a dating situation. It was seeing people, but I mean, at the same time, it's just like you're trying to figure it out. Because then, at the same time, I look at dating as well, when you're seeing people, you shouldn't 100% put your all into one person because of a slight disappointment. Mm-hmm. Because if you put too much into it, then you didn't say it get rejected, then now you're sitting there looking like, now what do I do? You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah.
Ladies, what you thinking?
What's the definition of seeing people?
Right.
Okay. Let me get that. Let me hit that real quick. So when you're dating, you're initially like, you're actually going out on dates. Y'all are doing like couple stuff. That's what I would consider dating. Seeing somebody is just like, all right, you might come over and kick it. We might drink a little bit, have good conversation, do adult things, but that's it. That's seeing somebody versus dating. Because when you're dating somebody, you're actually putting time and effort into it. You're working on a full-time relationship with that person. Mm-hmm. When you're just seeing somebody, you just weekly. Wait.
Okay. So hold on. So you see someone before you date them?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Well, it can happen in either order.
Someone is just having sex with someone.
Right. That's the person.
Not necessarily. It's an 85% chance that sex is going on with that. But you also have situations. No, for real. You can also have situations where you just got somebody you cool with of the opposite sex, and y'all can just kick it for hours and just have great conversation. and it's just you like their presence and their energy, and you can just see that you can get arousal from that mental standpoint. You don't have to have sex or the physical attraction to that person. That can you can be attracted to their mind, and that could be that situation. That's why I said it's 85%. That's that 15%. We're gonna get it at 15%. I ain't gonna say 95. I'm gonna give it a little bit more margin.
It's more of like an exploration stage to see if you want to date someone.
Right.
Yeah. Because you don't want to go too far investing into somebody and you're like, man, this girl crazy, man. What am I doing? Like, I should have been talking to this person over here. Like, you just kind of want to, feel it out. Okay, do we have similar interests? Do we like these certain things? Okay, the things that I don't like, can I tolerate that? Or is it going to get on my nerves later? Like, there's stepping stones.
Yeah, I think a lot of men are living in the real life bachelor.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the bachelor there?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like the real life one.
Yeah, I think they are.
Seeing 15 people.
Well, all about I did 15. Whew. That'd be tiring.
It's hard enough to maintain with one person, let alone 2, 3, 4, man.
So how many people have you seen or
At one time? Good question.
Yeah.
At once?
Yeah.
4?
Uh-huh.
I feel like I want to plead the fifth on this.
No, you don't have. It's before.
I mean, in the
back during your freak days.
Yeah.
In the past, I could say at least 3 or 4.
Okay. And then how many have you dated at one time?
Can't do that. That gets complicated because then names get confused and all types of stuff, and your dates get. See, it's too much to handle. Like you gotta, because when you're in the dating phase, people want attention.
Yeah.
So now you got to make a schedule for 2 people, your life, and everything you got going on. So imagine trying to, it's too much. Too much process.
Y'all would help me out too, y'all. This is funny.
It'll be too much to process. It's just like, just with me, with my life, I wouldn't be able to.
Scoob, are you counting?
I'm making sure I got the right number.
Sometimes you gotta think about it.
I want to say it was 5.
Woo!
Wow, you have a cute face, so I'm not surprised.
Pimpin' soup.
Hey, you got to keep your options open.
Yeah, at the time.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
And that was seeing
sure.
the seeing stage.
Yeah,
that was seeing.
That's a lot of work.
And what's the definition of exclusive? That just means you're obviously, I get the realm, but for you guys, it's seeing and having sex and giving attention to just one person and the world knows. Would that kind of be the definition?
Pretty much. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, everybody knows. But at the same
you can then put it on Facebook. You can then do, the couple posts. You can move forward with all that.
However, in my case, I'm exclusive, but it's still, I'm moving in silence.
Low-key.
Like, I hadn't mentioned no names. We haven't really, posted no social media posts. She did on her Snapchat the other day, but that was like the first time. And it's just been, like I was telling a couple of my friends, they were shocked. And I was like, man, when I told them, I was like, yo, I just told my mom like 2 weeks ago. Like, my mom hadn't even known this whole time. So, like, don't be shocked and upset. Like, I didn't even tell my own mama.
That kind of reminds me. Remember, I'm not going to mention any names, but remember when I was talking to a certain bartender that we know and nobody really knew, because when people knew, like all the green was be like, what the hell's going on?
Dog, that threw me off. Y'all don't understand. I walked in the bar that night. I was like, and he was like, yeah, but it wasn't supposed to be that way. We were just, hanging out as friends, and here we are. And I was like, oh. All right, wasn't expecting that, but hey, kudos.
Can I ask a quick question? So what does when you are seeing someone, what are your expectations of them? Like, I have a lot of men that want to see me, but they also want wife things from me, but just want to see me. So what is your expectation? So if you message me and you're seeing me and I don't reply for 5 days, that's cool with you because I'm just seeing you?
I'm okay with it. Me in my eyes, that's just me. Because, like, at the end of the day, you have a life, and we didn't say we were going any further than us just kicking it, really. So why should I be like, oh, well, why you ain't texting me back? Or da-da-da-da-da? Because it's not supposed to be like that. I'm not going to expect you to do girlfriend or wifely things if we just seeing each other. That's not, you didn't sign up for that. This is not what we talked about. That's not what we discussed. So that's not your duty. Now, mind you, I'm not going to stop you from doing it if you want to do it on your own terms. I'm not gonna turn down help. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what we discussed, and that's not what it's about. Because I had a situation like that, and they took it the wrong way, and like I got cussed out because I was out with one of my friends at. Backstory, me and this friend, we were talking, we figured out it wasn't gonna work out. We were real cool. We've been cool for a long time, like 17 years. So we didn't want that relationship to break up. So like, she's doing great now. She has a boyfriend. She has what she was looking for. She invited me to her housewarming. She knows my family, all that. Anyways, when we were talking, we had already discussed we were gonna go to this event that my friend was having. Cool. So we go to said event. I get said text messages and like 5 calls. Who is this you with? You got me out here looking dumb in front of my friends. Whoa, wait, what? I don't even know who you talking about, first of all. Second of all, I don't know why you telling people that we're together or is anything like that, of that sort, because we never discussed that. So now you didn't put me in a whole situation, but I'm over here like, but you did it to yourself. Like, you offered these things to me. You were doing these things for me, but you think I'm going to just turn them down? No, but I didn't tell you to do them.
I think the tricky thing is too, men and women have such a different perspective on those sorts of things. And I think emotionally we're wired so differently. Mm-hmm. So, and it's such a gray area when you get involved in that, where it's like you're doing things and and so it's such a tricky one. So I think note to self, have the conversation before the sex.
You have to.
Yeah.
So funny story. I don't know if I share this on here. It's my radio show, but I met this dude, say on Monday, and we exchanged names, numbers, cool. Text the whole day, asking me a lot of questions, trying to get to know me. So I was like, cool. So we hung out, let's say Tuesday, talked for hours. Nothing happened. I didn't even let him in my house, nothing like that. Just talked, got to know each other even more, right? So we decided we wanted to go out, have drinks, do all this great stuff. Well, Wednesday, I start getting pictures.
Go
Pictures
ahead.
I didn't ask for.
Right.
Unsolicited.
Yes. Thursday, I got videos. And Friday, I got more pictures. And I was just like, every time I'm like, what is this for? No, thank you. Because I'm not there. Like, and then it was like, are you coming over? Are you coming over? Are you coming over? No. So then the next week, like, this is going fast. Next week, try it again. I'm trying to be cordial. How you doing? Hope you have a great day. Yeah. I got more pictures. So I was like, okay, listen, I don't know what you thought, but I don't want that. Like, been there, done that. I'm, whole nother level right now. I'm good. So disappeared for about a month, reappeared, made small conversation. Cool. Got a nice picture again. I'm like, okay, thank you. I don't want it. So then he got mad. He was mad at me. And I was just like, what you mad for? But I figured it out. I was like, women accept this kind of stuff.
Yes.
And they would have been over there in his bed doing God knows what.
Yes.
Because, don't get it twisted. With the pictures came, I want to see what your mouth can do. And I want to see this. And I'm just like, I don't know you. I don't know you. And it's so free willy.
Nah,
why do they do that?
And the thing is it's the truth. Like, I hear it all the time. Like I've told y'all before, I have a lot of friends that are women, so I hear all of this stuff. And I'm like, it's like, yo, what possesses you to do some of these things? You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, cool.
Yeah. So I guess he was trying to get to the scene stage.
Well, here's the
I
thing.
guess.
Being
First
fast.
off, any guys listening to this podcast, stop sending pics. Girls do not want to see that. Now,
we really don't.
I understand why. Because guys would love to see that.
Right.
The other way around. But it doesn't work the other way around. That's what guys don't understand. Like, stop it. Like,
So are you saying that you'll, well, not you per se, but men will send it hoping that it's reciprocated?
right.
In
Right.
some cases,
It doesn't work that way.
yeah, in some cases,
Or it's a
just to
trap.
say, yeah, it's just like, hey, I bet you this will get you in here now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
So childish.
Yeah.
yeah,
Stop it.
and yeah, and it's not the move. It's definitely not the move.
So in my old days, I used to send, like, if I had one from somebody else, I would send that back.
That is a good one.
I've gotten cursed out a lot doing that.
Yeah, I've heard of chicks doing that too. Like,
because that's how it
doing
makes
that
me
too.
feel. It's disrespectful. Like he said, I don't want to. If it's not mine, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? If you're my dude, that's something totally. What we do is what we do.
Yeah.
But I don't know you. We're not there. That doesn't mean anything to me.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's
And I think generally for us women too, like for me personally, I will want you more if I can connect with you emotionally and have great conversation, then I'm really wanting you. But if I don't know you from a bar of soap and you just send me a picture of your willy, I'm probably not going to be into it.
right.
If I don't know you like that, yeah.
Take
But I
note,
think
fellas.
men, because they think that way, they think if we sent that, that would probably do it for them.
Mhm.
But when we get it, it's not doing it. But I guess they just don't, most haven't clicked onto that yet. So this will
Now-
help them.
Trying to help.
I will also say, now we had a small conversation about this. Now this is to segue off of the same situation with the pics.
Mhm.
You got to think about nowadays what the guys' culture is being exposed to with the music that women like nowadays. And like, you know what I'm saying? The Cardi B's and the Megs and all of them saying, oh, I want this and that and that. So you got women that are running around here singing this and saying this stuff, and it's like, oh, she bought action. I'm finna find out if she bought action. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really the case. So it's still a brainwashing situation on both sides. Because it's like, I'm out here singing, shaking my ass and singing and all this, and I want to drop and do this. And then a guy sees that and he's like, oh, she want, you know what I mean? So I'm going to show her. So that's another mindset that I've seen, or I thought about the process. I analyzed both sides of the situation.
So yeah, I'm coming
Don't
to
let it
you.
be in the club either, because what guys don't understand, just because girls dance with another girl does not mean they're inviting you to that party.
No,
They're just
I've
having
seen
fun.
that happen. Oh my
No.
God. I have literally seen some of my friends, my gay girlfriends, homegirls, I should say. Let me clear that up. They'll be in there dancing, and a dude goes in, and I've literally seen them be like, "Oh," knock him right back out the way, and be ready to fight. I'd be like, "Whoa!" But yeah, they'd be looking at me like, "Party!" I'd be like,
no.
But no, I was going to y'all. I know you're in a relationship, but back in your single days, did you go through that, getting those pictures and stuff? Unsolicited
Yeah, and I did want to say something about it too. Like I feel like we live in a time now where people think it's okay for them to force their selves, their intentions, their assumptions, expectations on the people prior to even having a conversation. Like, the whole Me Too movement was a thing for a while, and basically what you want being put on the table without really considering a mutual agreement between someone else, you know what I mean? And I feel like it had a lot to do with what other people have been okay with. Like you said, like women accepting it, which is the importance of us not entertaining. Like, I'm trying to figure out the non-hood way to say this. I don't know how to say it, but it's fuckboy mentality. You know what I
I
mean?
knew
Like
that's
we
where it was
can't
going.
entertain. No, but
It's true.
we can't entertain that because at the end of the day, they're gonna think it's okay. It's just like if you let a child do something without redirecting them and letting them know that it's wrong, they're gonna continue to do it because they feel like they're acting in the right. There has to be a conversation about it so that everybody can be on the same page. And then I feel like for us, like we have to be open with our emotions about how things affect us, like almost overly open, just so that people don't violate us, because nowadays it's so openly accepted to violate each other and not basically, like, you can blow up about it. You can blow up about it and it be okay, but you can't have a conversation with somebody pre-conversation so that you can actually be on the same page. But I mean, I've gotten unwanted photos, unwanted videos, all sorts of, my block list is strong.
Yes.
Like
I'll be wondering how many blocks can you do in your phone? I got a list.
You can scroll. But I mean, honestly, like I just have to be open about it because I have to realize myself, like there was a point in time where I would be like, I would entertain a conversation afterwards, like, what do you need? What do you want? But now I think I'm to the point where, for one, like those don't come to my phone now. But I feel like I would be very open about what's your problem? Like, who do you think you are? And not only that, like I'm funny now. Like you might get something back that you actually don't want.
Right.
Like, but no, I think it's just important for us to be honest about how we feel about stuff, you know, and dismiss people when we're ready. You know, I feel like sometimes we stick around because we need to nourish a feeling inside of us or a part of us that needs to be nurturing. Like I remember, Scoob, you were talking about your friend that was, you know, doing some wifey stuff and you didn't exactly ask for it. You know what I mean? But you let her do it because she wanted to. You know, she might have needed to do that. And she may not have felt comfortable with anyone else to be able to express that without it being misleading to someone else. Like it probably was more okay that it was you than, you know, some random, you know, that's probably like a safe zone or a comfort zone, you know, but also being open about that. Like I've always been a nourisher and nurturer, and that's just my nature. But I've also, you know, been myself to the wrong people. I've also gifted my energy to the wrong people, and they didn't appreciate it, you know, to the point where they act out of the mentality that they have earned it or, you know, deserved it. So no matter how lonely we get or how, you know, distracted we are with just needing to, you know, fulfill these desires, we still have to be considerate, you know, of the fact that someone may not take it the right way, you know.
I like that. So I like that. And she summed it up for the most part, because that's where I was going with it. It's like ladies and guys need to learn how to communicate better in the beginning. And that way, because someone always gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to the dating and the exclusive stuff. Someone always gets hurt because they'll open themselves up and be doing God knows what, you know, in the seeing stages and whatever else, or like, you know, getting these pictures and running over there. He's saying, I want to see this and see that. Now, mind you, we had a conversation. We were going to go out, have drinks. So what if I was stupid to go over there? That wasn't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We were never getting those drinks, not in public, probably at his house. You know, so women and guys, because I know some guys that have been hurt too in the same situation. You got to be open-minded, like y'all said, and just learn how to communicate up front and make it clear and be adamant about what you will accept and not accept. Because a lot of times people, again, due to vulnerability and wanting to be wanted or whatever they're going through, or, you know, some people are relationship like fanatics, like they just go from one to the next to the next to the next. They just have to be with someone. And so sometimes, you know, that seeing stage fulfills that, or even thinking you're dating and you're not, you know, you are, that they're not. So yeah, that's why I brought all that up. You know, that was why I came up with the topic.
Yeah, I think the tricky thing is I think a lot of guys assume, or no, it's probably true, that a lot of women are wanting to get to that exclusive stage. So they manipulate the situation and come in, like, because I get them all the time and I'm way smarter to it now. but they'll come in and pretend to be doing all the husband stuff just to either get the videos or the photos or to kind of like fast track them to their ultimate goal. But really they have no intention. And then when you put pressure on them to pitch up and start doing some action behind it, then they just disappear. And the funny thing is too, is that now I'm at a stage where I used to be sort of like 8 strikes and you're out, mainly because I always believe in the good in people because I'm really honest and straight up. So I sort of I always want the best out of someone and believe that that's inside them. But now I'm like, pitcher walks up to the mound and he's already out, you know? And so now I'm quite sort of, you know, I just cut people off like that. And sometimes I think people are thinking, oh God, look at this girl. But it's like, I've kind of almost been trained through all of that, you know, to almost not change myself, but just not be so tolerant. And so now these guys that are coming in, and some might be amazing, are getting chopped off at the knees pretty much immediately because of all of the stuff that I put up with. I've been single for 4 years, so I've seen a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Sorry, ladies.
Thank you.
I can't even imagine.
Man, but you know, and I have guy friends, you know, and that's why I don't want to like make the guys feel like we're attacking them because I have some guy friends that are really emotional and they have been used up too, used up, total reversal, you know, from a female. Oh, I want you and I want to be with you, and or you know, I want to have fun, or keywords. I want to have fun. I want to go out. But they're really just trying to get these shopping sprees, bills paid, you know, good food, good drinks. It's sad, you know, and they be like, man, so I really was feeling her. You know, I loved her. I'll be like, bro, put your little willy up. Go watch it. Yeah, man, it's not funny.
It ain't, but man, you gotta laugh.
But it happens. It happens. It definitely happens.
Nah, man, but for real. Now with COVID, like that's the other thing. Like dating is extra hard now too, because like you got to mask up. So like, what if I was thinking about this? Like I haven't been on a date in a long time. Nobody likes me, but it's just like, what if you do find not the right person? What if you find someone that you're dating and then you do want to like maybe kiss them? Like, how do you do that with COVID?
Well, I got lucky. Mine came before COVID.
Right.
Mine came right before COVID, so I got lucky.
I don't have ever thought about that.
Think about it. Like,
yeah.
And we don't have to wear masks here at all. We haven't from the beginning. Never.
You guys were on a different type of lockdown too, right? Like it was really strict.
Oh no! So in Victoria, I think it was, but I live in the Gold Coast.
Okay.
And we've actually not had to wear masks or basically been locked down since the beginning, at all. Like we don't have to wear masks now. We didn't have to in the beginning. Actually, the football game that I went to apparently was a world record for the most people at an event. We had 50,000 people there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So for us, it's So I'd be able to kiss people. There's just no one to kiss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lucky you. We lost Scoob again.
Oh, dang.
Man.
All right. How we looking on time? I know we were probably way off.
No, like 10 minutes, 11 minutes now.
10, 11? Okay. All right. Well, do you want to bring it in or?
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much, we did. That was a good topic though.
That was a great one.
Consent is important.
Yes.
Yes, that part.
Yes. Consent, communication, and conversation.
And clear boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Yeah.
It doesn't like me today. Out again.
That's because you've been faking and carrying on so much. You
brought it on yourself.
Right. All right, Sue. Keep playing. We'll kick you out next.
Right.
He's next.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely conversation. Got to have conversation from the get-go. Serious conversation, not what's your favorite color.
Okay.
Not,
Hey.
what's your favorite
Yeah, no.
movie? Like, hey, what are we doing? What are we, where are we going? Like real conversation.
But you would have that on like, let's meet up and grab a drink, and you would start having that then on day one?
I have to feel it out.
Date three. Because
Okay.
date 1 and 2, you're still feeling the person out if you want to continue seeing that person.
Right.
And then by date 3, you should know, okay, they seem pretty cool. Let's get into the details now.
But
Right.
yeah, because just because you tell someone what you want, that doesn't mean that you want it necessarily with them. It's just, this is what I would like. So, like, for instance, I would like to get married. Okay, cool. That person may not ever want to be married, so they can get the heck on right then.
Yes,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you do want to get married, then you can kind of start seeing, well, you know, do I want to marry you? You know, do I like you? Then keep, you know what I mean? That's how I think about it.
It's kind of like football too, though. You know, like, there's many different positions that you could play. And if you decide that you would be better off, you know, friends or companions than you would partners, then, you know, that's a conversation where you can actually figure that out. You can figure out who you are to one another, if you are anyone to one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the tricky thing is that it's so accessible these days. In the old school, you actually had to meet someone in the face to meet someone. Now you can basically have man A, B, C, D ready to go, so that if this man doesn't work out, we're going already. And I don't think that's really anyone's fault. I guess that's just the evolution of social media and all of that kind of thing. And I don't blame guys or girls, because I guess, you know, if my fee is $10, but behind me I've got 30 women lined up ready to do the same job for 30 cents, they're going to, why would I put an effort when I've got the next 100 people ready to do this for 30 cents when she's charging $10? So I think it's just the way of the world. And I think, well, for me, I just own it now, rather than kind of just trying to see where they're at. I just kind of own it for myself, like you said, and communicate and say what I want pretty much from the get-go. And then if they're not about it, or I'm not feeling it, then I can just move on, rather than sort of doing it a 50-50, because I think they're not always upfront. And I guess they don't know my mind, so they don't know where I'm really at with it. So I have to be really forthcoming and then listen to my intuition that when it doesn't look right, it's probably not.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Smell a rat, run.
Yeah.
But, you know, real quick, I know this one of my guy friends, he dated a girl. Well, he was seeing a girl, but he actually was dating someone else. I don't know how to say it. He ended up marrying to someone else, but he was seeing or whatever in the other girl all the way up.
Oh, I get that all the time.
Until, like, he knew what he wanted and he went for whatever, but he used her.
Wow.
Process.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was seeing a football player, quite a famous one here, in New Zealand. And we were sort of seeing each other, I guess. I hadn't really had the combo. And then I just opened up Instagram and he was married, got married. So this is my wedding day, the love of my life, my number one, all of this. And I was like, oh my God. So I thought, I'm never going to see him again, ever. Mm-hmm. 4 days, I swear, after the wedding. So he stood at the altar, he's held the hand, he's done the I do. 4 days after that, he messages me, babe, I want to roll over. So
my homeboy did.
I'm saying to my cousin, he's not going to come. So I'm going to say yes, just to see if he'll come. I mean, it's different, I think, so close to the wedding day too. Mm-hmm. And he came and we had sex, not proud. But I'm just saying that, you know, he was a god, 6'4", no body fat. But I'm just saying that, they do that. And now I'm smarter to it, but, you know, like it's a crazy old world out there. And I guess because I've seen the other side, because I'm single, it makes me really nervous about, you know, because I've been the other side. And now when I'm going into a relationship, I'm thinking, because I get that. In fact, I get more guys hit me up that are married and with partners than I do single guys.
Mm-hmm. I hear
so
that
many.
Yep.
Wow.
It's my dirty laundry. Oh God, if he saw this, he would know it was him. But I never blow people up. I could have sold his penis pictures to the newspaper and bought myself a BMW.
Exactly.
But I don't. I'm not about that life. But I'm just saying, they're reckless out here.
Wow. That's
Things
crazy.
people do.
Things people do.
All right. So, time to go ahead and pull this next topic, I guess. Yeah. Boy, we did cover a lot going on in this episode. I will say that much.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh wow, got a back-to-back from So.
Oh snap!
So next episode is gonna be being Black in corporate America.
Oh,
wow.
That's a tough
Interesting.
Time to take some notes.
one. I gotta make sure I block everybody from work.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying, I don't care. They know it.
Before we go, anybody got anything going on this week before we get out of here?
He's already gone.
You know he laughed. I told you next, best. We did 3 episodes. He did them all 3 episodes. This episode 4 is like out of there. Oh man, that was funny. So for me this week, I have Soul Food ATLs, the last one of 2020. It's on Tuesday.
Oh, I gotta come down. Oh,
You coming?
I need to come down. You said it's the last one, right?
Last one for 2020, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to make that trip. Okay.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, that's my R&B show here in Atlanta. Bring out some of the best
Cool.
R&B singers and let them do their thing, the live band and all that good stuff. And then Friday, we have this spot called the Culture Experience. It's kind of like the Trap Museum. I actually collabed with him and my band. The same band will be playing over there. And we're pretty much going to run the same type of vibe over there. So if you don't make Soul Food Tuesday, try to make Culture Experience Friday. Oh, no, you DJ on Friday. So, yeah, come Tuesday.
Yeah. I think the only thing I got going on this week is Bonjour Crate for this week coming up. Let me look at the schedule. Oh, it's not Thanksgiving this week, too. Yeah. Okay, so pre-happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Eat good.
Yeah,
Oh, and I got a wedding on Saturday, too. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, wedding on Saturday.
Every day.
Bonjour Crate. So.
I'm bad, guys. Man.
You good?
No. Why are you so sad about it?
Right.
Yeah, man, it's disappointing. My computer doesn't want me to be great today. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, I don't like it. I missed the whole topic and everything. Like, that makes me not okay.
Bro, it looks like the thing is pushing you.
I was gonna say he's floating above it.
Oh, man. So
right.
What's next week's topic? I missed it.
Oh, you missed it? Oh, my bad. It was So being Black in corporate America.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, Tui, anything going on with y'all?
I'm going to Charlotte this week, and I downloaded Duolingo. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but I'm taking Swahili on there, so I'm teaching the kids Swahili.
Word.
Nothing too crazy.
And for me, just beach. Beach. Always.
Rub it in.
That's all I got.
Well, also, Tui, how can they follow you on social media for the ones that...
So funny thing is, I'm not like a big social media person. I'm only on the gram. It's the only thing I'm on. And that's just at Tui. So my first name, Tui, and my surname, Manuel. So together. Yeah. Yeah. So do that if you feel.
Bet. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is it for this episode. We will see everyone next week. Every episode drops on Monday. Be sure to follow us on all social media and our YouTube channel. That's Tough, Tuff. Well, yeah, podcast. Wait, because some of them got V in it. Some of them just got Tough Talk. So yeah, Tuff Talk Podcast. Instagram, I'm pretty sure it's the Tough Talk Podcast. We're growing on the listening platforms. So I know we got Apple Music, Spotify, TuneIn, Podland. Am I missing one? Is that all of them, I think?
You got everything.
Yeah, that's everything.
Find that shit on everything.
Yeah, we everywhere. Yeah, getting there. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. And we'll see everybody next time. And until next time, Tui, thank you for coming on the show.
Adore you. Absolutely adore you,
Fun.
honestly.
It was fun.
See y'all next time.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Be safe.
everybody.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Tough Talk Podcast. That's at TUFF Talk Podcast.